Hey there, Sunset Reads. This is Mrs. Cassinelli, hoping that you're finding time at home to do some reading. I'm really glad that I grabbed a stack of books and brought them home before we were out for school for the year. But if that's not the case for you and you are looking for some good books to read, I want to make sure that you are going on the Sora app at school and making sure that you are looking at the books that our district librarians have provided for you. One of the things I like to do is I like to download the Sora app on my phone and listen to audiobooks or eBooks, and you can access these books not only from our Beaverton collection, but also if you put in your Washington County Library card number, you can access those books too. So I thought maybe I would just give you a quick view of some of the ones that I've recently read, and then you can go through the rest of the slideshow on your own and look at the books. So if you like to read novels in verse, I would really encourage you to check out Audacity. It is a book that is written back in the early 20th century, the 1900s, and what it was like for women to struggle working in like a factory and working for women's rights. But it's a novel in verse, and it's written all in verse. So that's Audacity by Melanie Crowder. Another book that is probably one of my all-time favorite books written in verse is The Poet X. The Poet X, we have not only the ebook, but we also have the audio book too, which I would really encourage you to listen to, because the author, Elizabeth Acevedo, actually reads her book. And it is written a novel in verse again, and she reads it with her accent and just the story of this young girl trying to figure out who she is and her coming of age. It's really, really a fabulous book, and it has won the Prince Award and numerous awards the last couple of years. I'm not really pushing lots of novels in verse, but sometimes those books are easy to read. And another one that I also love is called Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds. This is a very short book to read, and it's the story of a young boy who just finds out that his brother has been shot. And so he's going upstairs in his room, and he's going to get his gun, and he's going to get revenge. And he gets in the elevator, and on the way down, the elevator stops at every floor, and he meets people from his past, and he has to make a decision: is he really going to go after revenge or not? The book that I'm currently reading right now is War Girls, and this is a futuristic society where people have, in the future, are able to replace body parts with different robotic arms. And this girl and her sister have been separated in the Civil War, and they are both fighting for like colonization of Nigeria. And it's quite a compelling story of a futuristic society. So if you like science fiction or dystopian, that'd be a great one for you. I just finished listening to the audiobook of Monday's Not Coming by Tiffany Jackson. The audiobook is pretty compelling because the characters' voices really come through on the story, but it's a mystery. So if, let's say, you show back to school and your best friend hasn't showed up, and you're wondering, like, where is she? And you keep asking all the family members what happened to her, and nobody really seems to be telling you the true story. And so you're the one trying to figure out that Monday's not coming and what actually happened to her friend. Another great audiobook too. And if you prefer more like nonfiction or true stories, I would really encourage you to read the story Just Mercy, written by Brian Stevenson. Just Mercy is a true story of what it's like for people who are living on death row. And this Brian Stevenson is an attorney, and he's trying to get the people who've been unfairly criminalized and put on death row. And it's a true story of what it's like to be on death row in Alabama. But in my collection, I have a whole bunch of different books that I think that you would enjoy. When I went on Sora, these were some of the books that were recently available. And I know our district librarians have also recently added some books to the Sora. So if you haven't checked it out recently, you should definitely give it another look, because last time I looked, there were over 600 books available on the Sora app for you to read either on your ebook or on a device of your choice. So check it out. I hope you find something that you like.